Thanks for clicking in. Maybe we are lucky. After all, we have a new government that is mighty quick to get things done. Just 3 days after the election, Prime Minister to be Yingluck Shinawatra got promptly down to business and called in Pheu Thai's economic team to urgently carry out 6 election campaign pledges. And she hasn't even publicized her cabinet lineup. Now, that's fast work. But let's say right now that we hope Pheu Thai's economic team, which includes respectable academic Olan Chai Prawat, knows exactly what it's doing and heeds any criticism because none of us wants to see the country going bankrupt or plunging deep into debts, which according to outgoing Finance Minister Kon Chatigonit could amount to a gigantic 2 trillion baht if Pheu Thai goes ahead with all its populist policies. Pheu Thai, of course, insists this will not be the case because it's going to get foreign investors to operate all mega projects. Matichon, known as a pro-Thaksin newspaper, highlights Pheu Thai's effectiveness with a main headline that shouts, Yingluck finds away orders to scrap oil fund, reduce oil price by 7 baht. The paper reports that the move to scrap the oil fund is meeting with strong opposition from academics, PTT, and Bangchak executives, who maintain that scrapping the fund and reducing the price of benzene 95 by 7 baht and diesel by 2 baht will affect motorists who use alternative fuels such as NGV, LPG, gasohol, and biodiesel, all of which are subsidized thanks to the oil fund. Pheu Thai also promised voters that it would increase the daily minimum wage to 300 baht, and Yingluck yesterday said this would take effect in January. The policy is actually giving investors sleepless nights because they worry that many labor-intensive companies will be forced to close down. Matichon says Federation of Thai Industries opposes 300 baht minimum wage. Businesses go red. Pheu Thai insists salary of university graduates will be 15,000 baht starting October. This is another concern. How will the Pheu Thai-led government rein in rising inflation with an increase in salaries? If they fail to stem the problem, Thais will surely face a vicious cycle of price rises. But Pheu Thai has dismissed the worry about an increase in the minimum wage, saying companies will survive because although they will have to pay their workers higher wages, corporate tax for them will be cut by a big 10%. Pujatkan newspaper's headlines state, Yingluck pushes 6 tasks to be implemented. Scrapping oil fund imminent. Wage rise sure. The sixth urgent policy that Yingluck wants carried out immediately after her government addresses a new parliament include solving price rises, restructuring the 30 baht healthcare service, clamping down on the illegal drug trade, improving ties with neighboring countries, especially Cambodia, and last but not least, implementing a reconciliation plan. And is there any other pressing problem you want the new government to tackle fast? Write a letter to a newspaper or let the government know. Thairat, meanwhile, spotlights the latest conflicts among red-shirt groups. The United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship, or UDD, is important in terms of a pro-democracy movement in our country. So what's happening in the organization that's worth our attention? Thairat's main headlines scream, Red shirts in fighting. Pressure Tida Thawan said to step down as UDD chairwoman. Hardcore Reds, not happy with Tida, threaten to break apart if she does not quit. Push for Kanin Bunsuwan to replace her. Well, we can only hope that UDD gets a good leader with sound morals. Komchatluk focuses on the cabinet formation. The paper's main headline blares out. Thaksin summons cabinet candidates for exclusive meeting in Dubai to prevent infighting for ministerial posts. Final decision will be made after voting Yingluck in as PM. The paper reviews that ministerial candidates come from three groups: Pheu Thai party list MPs, Thaksin's business associates, and competent outsiders. Well, no surprise here. It looks like Thailand will have two PMs at work, one publicly on the job and the other behind the scenes. Yingluck has been insisting that Thaksin will not be involved in any decision making or managing the country, but act only as an advisor. So why do we hear reports that Thaksin is picking our new ministers? We are even more confused. Or should we say, it's not surprising to see Thaksin come out to give a press conference in Dubai immediately after Pheu Thai's election victory. And as for Thaksin returning to Thailand, listen to Thai Post, whose main headline screams, Amnesty plot reviewed. Parallel committee appointed to draft a referendum to help bring Thaksin home. The paper quotes Asia Times Online, which in turn quoted a source as making the statement. Well, there's going to be a big response if indeed there is such a plan in the making. We wrap up this program with Komchatlik's pictures of Yingluck during her student years.